is able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded at the 7. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40 and all the way out to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away.
Come on, man.
Typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second and 5. And that is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
This will be taken at the 10. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they give to Tomlinson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They Trying to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On first down, Tomlinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
I got you. Strong left, strong left. Know your job.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. And caught it up, and the Raiders pick it up. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hit if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here it is.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great
ones, man.
They'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Just like that.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Wilson to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Fielded at about the 28. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. On 2nd down now, Chamberlain. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 45. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. A big play that time on the catch and run. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah.
It's a foot race. The 40, the 30, 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver. Take another look at this potential touchdown. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll run on 1st down. Chamberlain, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. They'll look to throw. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make this a second down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on third down. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's the
touchdown, LA! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. The Chargers, they're
3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times. There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Chamberlain. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Raiders pick it up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Ready. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's the Raiders punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now in Los Angeles. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Let's take it at around the 40. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. Pretty well as they take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Tomlinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On the draw, this is Tomlinson. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second and 11. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll hand this to Tomlinson running right. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Draw fortress. 18 Gator.
No.
They'll keep it on the ground. Chamberlain. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 49. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody.